But for you guys that are curious how to change a rear transmission mount on a 240SX or a Silvia S14, morning guys, just chilling out in the garage today. We're going to be working on the Silvia S14. As you can see, it's jacked up. Still I'm working on the body work. I just finished sanding that, haven't got to it. Went to a wedding last night, so I got a little busy. Be replacing the rear engine mount or the transmission mount, so I'll bring you guys underneath the car and show you kind of what we're working with. I was feeling a lot of drivetrain vibration, so I figured I'd check this mount, which I'm glad I did. I'll show you how loose it is. So let's get underneath. I need a lift. This is ridiculous. So in the back of the transmission here, I shouldn't be able to raise that transmission and move it all around. It's not even attached. It's broken. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this. And I ordered this one on Amazon. It was only like $20. I'll have a link in the description down below. And this is just the listing was for a 240SX or 300ZX, but it's made by Westar. That's the model number. It was like, I think it was like $21.99 or something like that. But anyway, put you guys up on time lapse. We'll get this thing taken off.
I don't have friends. I got family.
So before you get started, underneath in this cross member, you want to remove the 212 mil nuts, and that'll allow us to take the load off the transmission brace by jacking it up with the jack. So we're just going to put a little bit of pressure, and then after that we can take off the 17 mil bolts off the cross member and then take the actual mount off the transmission. So we've got our jack here, and we've got it pretty much to the right point. So let's slowly jack this up a little. Don't need to go a lot. Just take the weight off of it. What I always use for my tripod underneath the car is a shoe. I like to just take my camcorder and just stick it right in the shoe. All right, now that that is supported, we can go ahead and take these 17 mil bolts off. And two. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take off the bolts on the other side. And I don't have a lot of space here, so I've already listed them. Just kind of showing you where they're at. So I'll take these off and then catch up with you guys here. Okay, I got the last bolts off, so this just comes right down. This is actually really lightweight stamped steel compared to the cross member on the R32. Is much more substantial. So now that that is off, we can come, I'll remove these nuts here on each side and then remove these, and then this will just come right out. We can put the new mount in with the insulator. But yeah, I mean, look how that thing is just all broken. That's why I was getting all that feedback and vibration. So, all right, so let's remove these. These are 14 mil. All right, now this can come out. Let's get a good look at these now that they're out. And if you look at the factory one, the insulator that's supposed to be in the center that goes across this channel is completely gone. And you can see I can basically just like wiggle this thing back and forth by hand. It's pretty much about to fall off. This thing doesn't move at all. Insulator here is way thicker versus that. You can start to see like cracking there, and it's a lot thinner. And then underneath this rear channel here, you've got insulator that goes all the way across the center that's supporting this thing, where this is just completely gone. So initially I thought that this looked like it was good from underneath, but I didn't realize how bad it really is. And this mount is not the exact same one as the original S14, but it does line right up. Thing is, with this old mount, it's so much lighter than this new one because it has insulator pretty much all around these areas, where the old one, it's like all dried out. So this thing feels like it weighs like almost twice as much. Alright, so I've got these nuts kind of hand tightened. I'm going to tighten those down to spec, and then I got the nuts just kind of set on there. So once we tighten this down, we put the cross member brakes back on there. Well guys, it's actually the next day. This is the factory mount I removed. This was originally the first one I ordered from Amazon, which said it was for a S14 or 300ZX, but in the description, I didn't notice it said it's for an auto, so this does not fit. You can see that these two brackets, or the mounting points for the cross member, are closer together than these. In the picture, what was listed was a mount like this. So I had to go get this one at O'Reilly's. Thank goodness I had it. It was like 55 bucks. So let's go ahead and throw this in. I noticed this isn't quite as stiff. This one is like really super stiff. It's got a lot more material here. And then in the center on this one, it's really, really thick, where this is like really thin. Like I can kind of move it, but it doesn't move up and down, where this one, you can flex it up and down. So that should still get rid of the vibration. So let's throw that in. All right, I've got everything all tightened up here. Let's go ahead and put the cross member back on. And I noticed the speed sensor's been kind of intermittently not working in the car. So there was not a lot of slack here, so I kind of pulled the wiring down from along the transmission and made sure the wires are just kind of pushed into the harness. So hopefully that fixes my speed sensor. And yeah, catch up with you here in a sec. Okay, we can go ahead and lower down the jack. While you're installing the cross member here, you've got your bolts that mount the actual transmission mount bracket on that go through here, the little nuts. Leave them kind of loose so you can wiggle the bracket around in position. That way you can line up the 4 long bolts that go in to secure it down. So I'll tighten all those up, and then we'll put the bottom nuts on and we're done. All right guys, so we're all tightened up. The transmission mount and everything's all secure. It's sitting under its own weight, and just like a good test from before, if I was to put my hand on this and push, like right now I could barely move it, where before I could move this whole thing up probably like a ½ inch. So I know it's way more secure into position. So these are all torqued down here and here. So it's a pretty simple install. Let's get it off the jack, pull it out of the garage, and we'll take it for a drive. I tell you what, I wish I would have filmed more, but I already worked today, like a 12-hour shift, plus driving to work and home from work, so I've already been gone for 14 hours, plus having to come home and do this install. I didn't have the most patience, so I didn't record the install as much as I probably would have if I was more fresh like I was when I started the video yesterday. But the install is pretty much the exact same as removal, just in the opposite order. So let's hop in the car. So mostly finished the rust repair in this back corner here. It's not perfect, but once I wet sand this, I can blend all that in together. I'll just wet sand it with like 1500, 2000 grit, and then high dual action polish this with my Griot's garage stuff. Try to capture some cool shots using my gimbal. I don't know if you guys will like them. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I just bought this thing and I don't really know how to use it or what I'm doing. Well, the Silvia's back home in the driveway. It drives good. The transmission mount is doing a good job. I don't feel any vibration over bumps, under acceleration, anything like that feels good. So Anyway, if you guys found anything in this video that you like, give me a thumbs up. It really helps out. And leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. And subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.